Okay there, we're in for a pretty crazy ride here, guys. We got a long one between the Imperial Guard of ValHero and Kickin and his first commander. And you're going to have to bear with me because I don't know how well my throat is going to be able to handle this one, given its current situation and the duration of this video. But man, I've not seen IG in a 1v1 for a very long time, so I am quite excited actually to see this one. I believe this was from a recent tournament game. Not certain though. But hopefully it will feature some dirty tryhard strats. Knowing ValHero, it probably won't though. It's not renowned for that. Hey, he's using the deployable cover well. A nice green cover versus green cover fight here, and this stupid scout is not in green cover. He is taking way too much damage. Definitely not in green cover. And the guardsmen repel the virgin scouts. Chad guardsmen, virgin scouts. Sentinel's now en route. These scouts are going to have to get out of there. So only one scout from Kickin. Probably going for the rather meta double tax. It might not be. 1-1-1, 1-1-1-1, or 1-1-2-1 can be effective builds against the IG as well. Rushing Devastators. We'll see. Opted for a fast node over here instead of getting his second tactical marine out ASAP. So perhaps fearing a rush from the Sentinel, which would have decapped that power point. He is playing Force Commander, which is a little bit awkward in the other game. I find the Force Commander versus IG pretty miserable in Tier 1. But of course, when you get into Tier 2 and you get the Thunder Hammer to control the Guardsmen or Cadishans, and you get Sacred Standard to buff P-Devs and Stern Guard, it can become a lot more effective. But in general, in Tier 1, not great. Kind of fortunate though, in that he's up against the Lord General, who, honestly, probably the best thing to be playing Force Commander against, because this can happen. He's just chasing down the LG, bleeding him. So annoying to have a hero that bleeds with the Lord General. Don't get me wrong, being able to heal 200 HP on the field, kind of handy, but you have to pay 25 rec for it, so... Especially on a faction like IG, which tend to be very requisition heavy, bleeding the requisition on your Lord General can be pretty brutal. And I always try to retreat my Lord General to avoid bleed like I would with a squad when I play him. I see a lot of people don't do that. Wow, look how he took all the damage on the bodyguard models there. That's kind of crazy. But yeah, that's 50 rec that was bled off the LG there. You know, he's still in play, but damn. 50 rec, man. That's like, you know, 2/3 of a tactical marine. That's pretty brutal. You don't want to keep doing that. That really will hurt your economy. And that definitely will have delayed the Cadishans a fair bit too. Had he not bled that, perhaps he could have had... he's got both the sergeants as well, so had he only got one sergeant and not bled that, then he could definitely have had the same Cadishan timing whilst having an extra node up. And of course, your gameplay just starts to snowball from there. But we're going to see fast ASM here, which is absolutely wild. Not very common against IG, but, you know, the fact it's the Lord General, it can maybe work. We'll see. They're going to be very difficult to kill without Cadishans, that's for sure. Cadishans will be on the way eventually. Right now they're dealing with the Force Commander. Interesting stomp. FC needs to be careful here. He's got Cadishans in retreat path. They do decent melee damage. Well, they actually do very good melee damage. It's 20 DPS power melee per model. The problem is they don't have a melee charge. So they're generally not great on retreat. Oh, a bit of a fail there with the old reliable. Again, risking bleeding. Probably should have just retreated as he shot that old reliable. But does force off the ASM. Guardsman here, very low HP, picking a fight with the scouts, hoping to kill this model before they finish the cap. It's going to be close. Yeah, now they need to get out of there. They got no cover. Scouts have got green cover. Looks like this guy doesn't. I don't know. He's taking a lot of damage to me. Yeah, no, the Guardsman needs to get out of there. This is not a good situation for them. Get out of there. Now it's going to be the Devastators, so a little bit different from normal. Normally you go Devs first with 2 gens and then ASM, but... Okay. ASM into Devs, fair enough. Pretty even game so far. A little bit of a VP lead for ValHero. Man, I didn't know whether I wanted to call him ValHero or ValHero, but ValHero. I'm noticing only 2 gens for Val, but he does have the contested power node on the other side versus the 3 gens of Kickin, so basically going to be similar. Ooh, this is a bad spot for the Guardsmen. They need to get out of there. They're going to take a lot of damage. Everything here is buffed by the battle cry, and we've got vengeance rounds as well. Oh my god, wipes the Guardsman squad. Brutal. Brutal. Yeah, a little bit slow on the reaction there from Val. Really, like, if you don't hit the retreat prior to those ASM jumping and knocking you over, it can screw you so hard. Because you don't want to hit retreat then, because you know you're going to take extra damage then from their chainswords. But it's a lot of time to get focus fired by the other Marines. And of course the battle cry coming in there, buffing up the damage. So much for the FC being bad in tier 1, that was brutal. And it's an easy push here for Kickin. Obviously Devastator's covering quite well. Actually, they need to rotate a little bit to cover this flank. But can use the line of sight blockers, get an easy bash. What's going on the far side? Looks like the Lord General rotated, took out the scouts. Where are they? Oh yeah, they're long gone. They retreated and are now coming down this side. So good scout play here from Kickin. Not over investing in them. They don't do a terrible amount in tier 1 against IG, but using them very reliably to cap the map as best as possible. Lord General just healing up on this side. We've got some guardsmen, very low HP, no flamers on them. And Val's going to have to build his gens over here. Really, Val should be going for a counter bash since he knows literally everything is over than this side from Kickin. Interesting that Kickin sent the scouts back rather than going for this power node. I find that odd. Given that I would want to use all of these forces in combat. So let's see if he can land a stomp. No, he completely whiffs his stomp. He's always missing his stomp and that's hurting a lot. He only got 1 ASM model. Ooh, Tax might walk right on top of the IED here. Boom. Yeah, killed a couple of tactical Space Marines. Not only killed 1! How do they do it every time? Those fucking Space Marines, man. Only killed 1 tactical Space Marine with that low HP. Guardsmen need to get out of there. There's a potential for an ASM jumping retreat path here, which could be pretty scary. Oh, he should go for it, man. Go for the ASM jump. A little bit late on the ASM jump, but should be fine. Chainswords onto that Sergeant. And wipes another Guardsman squad. But a little bit of idling there from Kickin. I don't really know why he decided to keep those attacks in play with that low HP. So he does lose another tactical Space Marine squad. Not squad, Jesus. Model. Oh my god, these guys are coming so low. Honestly, these ASM have been kicking ass. To be fair, jump squads way more effective against the LG than the Inquisitor or the Lord Commissar. For sure. They've done really well. And the Devastator is still in play, and there's not really any counter. We may have Old Reliable off cooldown, let's see. Yeah, we do. Needs to combo that with a Stomp on the Sentinel. Prevent a reset up. Yeah. Okay. That's fine, but you know, it's Sentinel Stomps on cooldown, Old Reliables on cooldown, low energy on the Cadishans, and no models lost in the Devastators. This is going pretty well for Kickin so far. It's just the VPs. It's a little bit far behind on the VPs. Which is a shame. And notice that he... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. He didn't... It doesn't matter that he lost the models because he just buys the Sergeant and goes for the Stern Guard. So, saves himself 150 requisition on Bled Tactical Marine models there. ASM now got their Sergeant, they're going to be even scarier, and the problem with ASM with the Sergeant is they get Merciless Strike, which will basically take off about 60 to 70% of the Cadishans' HP instantly. So now the Cadishans are no good in melee against these guys. So long as these guys have energy for Merciless Strike, Cadishans have no business in melee with them at all. Now they won't have the energy yet, but yeah, Cadishans way too low on HP here. We've got the Battlecry damage buffs coming in, we've got Hellfire rounds doing crazy amounts of damage over time. Not a fight for the Cadishans, but here's a Chimera. I mean, there's still AV here. You've got Vengeance rounds, you've got literally Vengeance rounds on the Devs, Vengeance rounds on the Stern Guard, you've got a Melter Bomb. Chimera needs to be very careful. And Power Fist it's going to be for the Force Commander. So that kind of opens the opportunity for a little bit of Ogrim play. But yeah, that's Sentinel screwed. for the Emperor using the Stern Guard, throwing the Melter Bomb with the Sentinel. So now he can't kill the Chimera, but it's fine. Just come back. Come back later. You know, you're plucking away at his forces one at a time. You can't use that. You can't use the Sentinel to eat a Melter Bomb next engagement, because it's dead. And now the Sentinel's dead as well, you've got the potential of going for the Razorback as well. Because the IG, it would be very awkward for him to counter the Razorback actually, for a relatively cheap price. You know, what's he going to get? A heavy weapons team with a las cannon? Well, you've got ASM. So, it's going to be tricky. For some reason Kickin isn't able to defend his gem farm here. I don't know why. He should just, honestly, he should just charge these Kadashans with the Force Commander under Battlecry and the ASM plus the Hellfire. He should be quite fine. He's got a las cannon now too. I really think the Razorback would be legit. Oh wow! Actually hit the Chimera with the Flesh over Steel. You do not see that often. Because all it takes is for the vehicle to move a little bit. And it usually cancels it. Will the Force Commander get the hit? Oh my god, he does. What the heck? The Chimera goes down to Power Fist Force Commander and an ASM squad. Didn't even need the las cannon. Wow. Man, Kickin is kicking ass right now. Psyker is going to be the choice apparently for Val. The Devastator's going to cause problems. Though, you know, you got plasma guns, you got the Psyker's AoE psychic damage, I believe it is, so yeah, pretty nice controlling the devs here. He'll be good at the devs, but he's going to have to be very, very wary of this Force Commander who now has a teleporter pack as well. Yeah, that could hunt down this guy pretty damn well. The damage per hit on the Power Fist is really quite tremendous. Does it tell us? No, it just tells us the DPS. But you're looking at like 130 or so. Probably damage per hit, and obviously if it's on retreat, that's like an extra 30% on top of that. Yeah. Gonna be pretty scary to deal with. I don't know, man. Val's in a really, really hard spot right now. What are those scouts up to? For some reason, Kickin is just averse to taking this power node. I don't know why. I appreciate that going for the VP right now is probably more important. Because that is the one thing, he is still behind on VPs in spite of everything. Somehow he's behind on VPs. Beautiful damage there from the Psyker and those ASM all blobbing up together for whatever reason. So gonna force off the big scary 5 melee units of the Marines right now for a bit. But Kadashans are looking vulnerable to bleed from those Hellfire. Kickin's not pushing his advantage here though. Going for a Librarian himself. I think both the Librarian and a Razorback, or an Assault Cannon Dreadnought even, would be good right now. I actually think the Librarian is not a high priority choice because of the Psyker. And let's face it, there's no AV potential right now, no transitional AV as such. Well, you have a Melter Gun right now on the Kadashan Sergeant, and you can get Melter Guns on the Lord General, but it's very soft AV. Not AV that's going to be in any way useful to deal with an Assault Cannon Dreadnought, or a Razorback for that matter. And of course, like I said, you can get las cannons to deal with those things, but the las cannon heavy weapons team is going to struggle quite a lot, because it's going to have to deal with the ASM, and a teleportation pack Force Commander, so I think getting a vehicle right now for Kickin would have been better than the Librarian, but hey, it's another melee unit to deal with, and obviously it has synergy with the Vengeance Round Devastators too, so we'll see how it fares. I'd like to see a Razorback after this. I'm going to assume that these are going to be Assault Kit Stormtroopers, given that he's seeing the Librarian, and to help kill the Force Commander as well. ASM now decapping the power over there. Val's rocking that split jam farm right now, 2 over here, 1 on the other side, which is getting caught by those ASM. Still a full farm for Kickin, and Kickin's economy honestly looking really nice right now. Oh, misses the shockwave of his Psyker onto the devs there. Gonna have to go for an old reliable. Jesus, it never ends. Finally gets rid of the librarian. Now ASM jump in and knock over the stormtroopers, but it's kind of an awkward engagement here for Kickin because he's fighting so close to the enemy's base. Did manage to capture this. Now scouts are going to be taking this contested VP because he's still bleeding VPs. He's Kickin. I don't know why exactly nothing was going for this point at that time. I just feel like it was a bit of an overcommitted push anyway from the Libby and the devs there. So Kickin can nearly go tier 3, I assume he probably is. I still think the Dreadnought would be good. You know, we've got 2 anti-infantry purchases here from the IG in tier 2. You really should be going... You've killed the Sentinel, and you have ASM and a Teleport Pack FC to deal with any heavy weapons team with a las cannon. I really feel like not going for a vehicle is a mistake right now. Pretty nice shockwave there from the Psyker. Oh, here we go with the Power Fist Teleport Pack combo. You can see how much damage that does. Well over a third of his HP there in one swing. So Val's got to be really careful with that. But yeah, Kickin, he's camping out here, but nothing's taking the VP, which is a problem. Scouts probably want to get their infiltration upgrade and just start decapping this VP repeatedly, because it's giving Val a lot of time. Nice infiltration into a grenade there from the stormtroopers. Psychic could be getting some good shots onto the Stern Guard right now, I would imagine. Missed. There you go. That was a good hit. Got the extra range here from the sniper rifle. Firing my target. Wait, I was looking at the tooltip. What just happened? Something died. Did something just die? Looking at the fucking tooltip. Oh, the FC died. Wow, that was a really unnecessary loss to the FC. What the heck? And, ooh, mistimed with the IAD. It was slightly off to the side anyway, so I'm not sure if that would have wiped or not. But, mistimed anyway. It was only the last cannon Devastator, so not a huge deal. And indeed, Kickin's going to go tier 3. This is a big mistake. He is behind on the VP still. Honestly, the Psyker has been flipping amazing right now. He's putting in crazy work. He's done really good. Val's gonna go tier 3 too. Yeah, just not enough pressure from Kickin. Needs to wipe out all this power of Val. He's gonna have a Lehman Russ coming out soon. And that can very well handle basically everything the SM has to offer there. Nice little combo there, using one of the abilities from the Psyker to pin down the Stern Guard and then throw a frag grenade at him. Makes sense. Why not? And ASM just capping right under fire of the Gazman there with the plasma are going to drop a model. Not ideal. Really think he needs to be pushing down the sides more. Why were the ASM here and not dealing with the Lord General? Bit odd. Kickin's economy looks kind of insane. I feel like P-Devs in the middle here would be pretty good. The main problem would be the Assault Kit Stormtroopers. Terminators. I hope these are ranged and not melee. Okay, they are ranged. Good. Because melee, they're just going to get kited into the base. The Psyker, the Melter, and the Cadishans, the Plasma, whittle away at them. But yeah, the durability of ranged Terminators should be pretty decent. Just, you know, don't overcommit them. The Hotshot las guns will basically do nothing to those Terminators, but the Psyker and the Plasma definitely will. But it should be pretty good for Kickin, proccing the inspiration buffs every time they kill a model. Obviously they can kill Gasman very fast. There You can see the hotshot lasguns don't really do anything here. The sniper rifle will actually do pretty good DPS. Well, it won't be weakened by the super heavy infantry armor, but it's not like sniper rifle does much DPS anyway. And yeah, I mean, he got some damage off. He's going for that combo again with the Terrifying Visions snare into a grenade, but oh my god, it's going to cost him. Yeah, it's going to cost him his Stormtrooper squad. I mean, it's so hard, like, the ASM at this point, what level are these guys? Level 3, yeah, I was going to say, they seem to have so much energy. They jump in, they jump again, like, they just keep moving. And everything's getting crazy damage because of the inspiration boost. And now this is the opportunity Kickin needed. He's going to decap the power here. To be fair, it would have been better to bash it, because I don't know if he can just sit here and take this. I don't think he should. Well, he is killing Guardsmen. Yeah, this is probably worth it, actually. Oh man, he should have committed to it there. He'd nearly finished capping it. He wasn't going to lose a model. Well, Val will be able to get his power back there, and the Kadishas do get out. You see, Val's doing a really good job constantly decapping the natural to keep himself in the game here, and that's something that Kickin isn't doing. I mean, I don't feel like the scouts have been pressuring this half as much as they should have, really. And we're going to see some Kickin coming out now. I mean, they'll do okay.
Stormtroopers reporting ready.
They got their plasma guns.
We're losing a requisition point.
They are heavy infantry, not normal infantry. So they'll be a little bit more resilient to the... Well, they'll be good against the Hellfire Stern Guard. They'll be good against Stormbolters from the Terminators. To an extent, I mean, obviously. Nowhere near the HP of Terminators. Ooh, nice grenade there. Got about 6 Guardsmen. But the scouts need to rotate to the other side, I'm telling you. Man, so many wipes here for the Emperor on the ASM. So close to wiping those Guardsmen as well, but no avail. Probably not worth the red there, but I like the effort. And he's trying to get this bash going. Wow, really? He's going for the heavy flamer. I don't like that choice. I mean, you've seen that he just got Kickin, so you know he's tier 3, so you should be getting a little bit concerned about Leon Russ. Maybe he thinks because he's bashed the gens here, he did cap this gen farm earlier, that Val's power economy would be worse than it is, but he gave him a lot of time with the gens. He had these gens all the way up until now, so it's kind of too late, really. Pretty massive stockpile of power there for Val, 231. And he's still generating income. Wow, a rocket run over here, really? Trying to wipe out the Stern Guard, but it looks like if anything, it's going to be the Kickin getting wiped out right now. Once again, it seems inspiration buffs galore. Yeah, the Force Commander was in that situation, in that fight, getting Battlecry buffs, and that is going to be a wipe on the Kickin. Pretty big loss there for Val. But he's got a lot of money. He was talking about Baneblades earlier. He's got so much money that he could very well be going for a Baneblade, but no, instead going to be replacing his Kickin. A little ranged blob here with the Lord General is going to force off the remainder of these tattered Space Marine forces. Terminator's down to just over half HP. Could come over and incinerate these Guardsmen. Very well may want to go down here and finish off this gem farm though. Not that it really matters, as I say, the sheer level of power for Val right now is getting a bit ridiculous. Baneblade it's going to be. A very bold choice given the Force Commander has a Power Fist. And Kickin also has nearly got 500 red for an orbital. Yeah, so the Terminators did finish off those gens. That's good for them. Probably want to get back and heal now.
Sir, they have us pinned.
Oh right, yeah, he cancelled his Kickin in order to start building this Baneblade. The last cannon's still around as well, so yeah, I don't I don't think this Baneblade is a very good idea, but Val probably knows that. He just likes to meme, even in tournaments. Oh man. Yeah, that's pretty scary damage there from the Flamer. Don't know if you want to charge them in melee there, Cadishans. Very brave of you. Psycho should definitely be hitting the Terminators, not the Force Commander. They're not blobbing though, so it's really not doing a lot of damage because it's got no splash. And ASM will easily force off the LG there. ASM, man. MVPs for sure, level 4. There you go, Terminator killed. Feels great when you can kill a Terminator, trust me. But there is a Baneblade here now, so good luck with that. Good luck with that. He does have the tools he needs to destroy it. Again, shame he's got a heavy flamer. To be honest, I would have probably got the assault cannon earlier. Like, there's so much power for Kickin, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, either of those options is not going to be great against the Baneblade. He's still got his power fists, of course, but you don't really generally want to be jumping in and just meleeing like that with Terminators, which can't retreat. Now, the Terminator Force Commander, on the other hand, yeah, you can do that. Because he can retreat. So heavy turret as well. I mean, I don't know why there's a heavy turret, to be honest with you. Other than for the memes. Because it doesn't really counter anything. I don't know. I mean, he's given it an Executioner right now, so that will actually do pretty good damage against the Terminators. We'll have to see. But yeah, there's a las cannon on the field. In fact, there's dual las cannons right now. Oh my god. Gonna mince up that fella. But now this heavy turret's screwed. Bit of a questionable grenade there, Kickin. Jesus. So yeah, that heavy turret is gonna fall. Las cannon getting a perfect accuracy shot there on the guardsman. Nice shot, mate. I'm going to move forward and poke. We've got like the Lord General and the Scouts going to be contesting that VP at the side. And look again, man. Kadishan Devils running over to the VP. Stern Guard not reinforced, not going to be able to do anything about them. And I think the Baneblade should be zoned out relatively well here by the dual las cannons. Okay, yeah, the TFC is going to go handle them. But he can't kill them very fast. And these Kadishans are now flanking the Devastators. That's not ideal. Not ideal. Terminator's taking a hell of a lot of damage right now. You got the Baneblade shooting at them. You got the Psycho attacks and the Plasma Gun Guardsman. Losing 2 models. Oh, I don't know, Kickin. Jesus. Gonna decap a wreck point for 2 Terminator models. He needs to... He's just not focusing on the VPs enough. This VP has been Val's for ages. Even when Kickin's been winning the fights. Where are the Stern Guard? Yeah, still low. Probably wants to use a drop pod here. Get the Stern Guard healed up. The Scouts double Devastators. Fortunately, the drop pod won't automatically reinforce the Terminators. So you still got to pay that 150 requisition, 25 power. But you see, this is the thing. Look at the game right now. People always say, oh, why do Chaos Terminators cost 50 power? It's so shit. 100 requisition, 50 power. Well, look at Kickin. What do you think he'd rather pay right now? 150 rec, 25 power, or 100 rec and 50 power?
That upgrade isn't complete yet.
Obviously, he'd rather pay 50 power and 100 rec because he doesn't have the requisition right now. He's got a shitload of power. And it just so happens that the Space Marine economy actually tends to be a lot more power intensive than requisition, than Chaos. But yeah, unnecessary tangent.
Won't be long, sir. Enemy space marines are on the field.
Kaskin refocusing the last devs there and do actually manage to snipe them. I was wondering if they were even going to do it for a second, but they did. So that's the next purchase for Val, not a Lehman Russ. Makes sense. It's already ample. Oh man. It's already ample. I don't even know what I was going to say. Jesus Christ. A nice Orbital, to be fair, wipes the Kaskin out. Shame he couldn't get the Flesh Over Steel off, though. If you can get the Flesh Over Steel off... Oh, Demolisher Cannon on the SM. Beautiful Demolisher Cannon there. Shockwave into a Demolisher Cannon. ValHero making plays with his Baneblade. And here we go, we got the push into the base. Is this worth it? No, it is not. You're not going to kill the Baneblade with your Terminators here. Look at this. Slowing them down, using the snare ability from the Psyker. I believe the Baneblade is currently path blocked. Why is it not moving? It really should be moving. Where are the Guardsmen? The Guardsmen are nowhere near. For the Emperor has been used here on the Terminators, so they are doing extra damage in melee, but the Baneblade is just driving around, pushing them out of the way and path blocking them, and the Terminators are going to die. I knew it. I knew it straight away that this was a terrible play. You were never going to kill the Baneblade in the base. There is simply too much DPS on the field right now, and the Baneblade shot comes in and kills that Terminator. That was perfect. You tried to kill me, bitch. I am the Baneblade. Bang. Dead Terminator. Kickin, I'm afraid, is throwing this game hard. Once again, Kadashans are there, decapping the natural VP of Kickin. Scouts are over here doing what they can do. Sternguard not getting reinforced. Why is he not used a drop pod? Oh dear. Oh dear. And now there's artillery spotters, which I find a very curious choice at this stage of the game. I guess you can use them to control the las cannons, but I don't know. He has a Psyker already, like, do you really need to do that? Lost the Kickin. When did the Kickin die? Oh no, yeah, they got blown up by the orbital. I remember. Yeah, I'd be replacing the Kickin, not getting the artillery spotters, but each to their own, Val. I mean, the Baneblade is going to be not full HP for a very long time here. Oh, Kadashans. Wow. Very close to wiping out the scouts there. And spotters get wiped instantly. Brilliant. Brilliant. Sternguard's still running around with one model. I really don't like this, man. Kickin. Reinforce these guys with a drop pod. What are you doing? I wonder what he's saving up for. He's got so much money. More Terminators? Perhaps a Cyclone Missile Launcher Terminator this time? Yeah. Ogrin's coming out, presumably going to turn these into Bulgrins. They're going to be super resistant to the range damage, and we'll just be able to tank for forever, and that will be very effective if there are some more Terminators hitting the field. They can tie up the Terminators in melee, whilst the Baneblade pew-pews them. I think Bulgrins, Kickin, both of them would be pretty decent right now. This Psyker, honestly, MVP of this game. Psyker and the ASM, I think, have been the respective MVPs from both sides. This Psyker, though, has done absolutely amazing. Look at the damage here on the ASM. Scary stuff. Level 4. I don't know what this is from Kickin. I don't know why he's running around for these one-model squads. I mean... Oh, is he going to go for melee Terminators? Is that what he's going to do? Love this play from Val, dropping a last turret as well. Just to have a bit more DPS to ensure... Well, I was going to say to ensure there are no decaps. It didn't work because there's a decap. But, you know, to help out, prevent these guys from being able to decap in time. And there's going to be a rocket run on one Sternguard model. Looks like the scouts got took out here as well, though. Probably hit them first. Yeah, I think Kickin's done. Why? What is he doing? I don't get it. What is he doing? Why is he not? Oh, it's so strange. It's so many resources for so long, but not buying anything. Very odd. Very odd, for sure. That Psyker's not going to let that last cannon set up. I mean, okay, here's the push. So he's going to drop in Assault Terminators, but he didn't get the snare with the last cannon. No, he did get a Melter Bomb snare, and you can see for the Emperor and the Terminator Force Commander on rear armor of the Baneblade is pretty spicy, doing a lot of damage. Yeah, it takes out the Baneblade pretty easily, actually. Jeez. I'm afraid the DPS here from the upgraded last cannon, last turret is not going to do too much against Assault Terminators. But wow, look at this snare from the The Psyker, oh my goodness. Poor Terminators could barely move. Eventually they do close in on him and get rid of him. But they're just rushing straight to the VP right now. VPs are getting very low for Kickin. 30 VPs. Needs to get these Ogrins off of his natural. And these scouts need reinforcing and to loop around and cap. Oh my god, I love this. Look at this. Val's actually built fucking deployable cover all the way across here. That will actually path block units. They can't walk through here. You need to destroy it with like a Terminator Force Commander or something that can walk through cover. Hilarious. So the scouts would have to run all the way around. Oh, I love Val. I love Val. Such a fun player to watch. So, gets the 1-to-1 cap there with the Terminators. Scouts are going to be going for the cap. Surely they can't finish it. No, there's too much going on here. Has the Librarian used Quickening? That is the question. Because if he hasn't, he might not get out. Well, he got out. Once again, man, this fucking Psyker. I can't remember the name of the ability that does this. This isn't Terrifying Visions, because that one causes suppression. I think this isn't a default ability that he has. It slows down the unit. Single unit. Wow, Terminator's teleporting forward and wipe out the Ogrins. So much damage coming into them here, though, from the Melter of the Cadishans, from the Plasma. Now running to the side to bait them into the IED. Could be a beautiful IED. Oh! Such a beautiful IED, and the Psyker can turn around once again and open up fire on these Terminators, and they are getting wrecked. There is now a Vox operator here for the Lord General, and he uses that to call in more Kadishan and Gazma reinforcements, and that is going to be the swing in the engagement that ValHero needed, and that is going to be the Assault Terminators getting wiped. Bunkers and heavy turrets being built. What an absolutely ridiculous ending. What is this? Tactical Marines? Tactical Marines. Yeah. It doesn't matter. He can't kill these things fast enough. Just too many units. Scouts will actually get wrecked right now by the turret, which is hilarious. Hello, turret. Pew, 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 pew. Dead scouts. So yeah, Val's gonna take this. I don't know what happened to Kickin in the late game there. Very nice push against the Baneblade, but I felt like he was just floating for so long. I wonder, is the Terminator Assault Terminator cooldown shared and he was waiting for that? It felt like it was more than 5 minutes since he called down the normal Terminators though. The game isn't over. It's TFC's causing problems. But another Valkyrie reinforcement there. I mean, Val's got the time though. There's no resources here for Kickin. Eventually we're gonna see Kassakin coming out. Oh my god, dude. The Psyker's damage is insane. It's really good. And yeah, the Kadishans are gonna go over to that contested. Kickin can't afford to leave the natural, so he loses. I feel like there were so many positions when Kickin could have just used the drop pod in tier 3 as well, and it would have been amazing for him. I don't know why he was so averse to the reinforcements. But yeah, crazy game, jeez. And it's been a very long time since I've seen IG in 1v1, so hope you appreciate that. Definitely not a long time since I've seen Space Marines in 1v1, so thank fuck they lost, right? Thank you for tuning in, folks. That is all from your boy Torpid this time. Top it out.